if you look at this chart here on the very top right-hand corner was the last chart that we showed, where if you look at this situation here in 2008, the amount of collateralized debt or the actual mortgages that were underwater, except the housing collapse in 2008, we saw that it was far, far worse right now with the commercial mortgages, which is a magnitude of more than 10, like 20 times worse. And the reason that and that caused the bank run back in March of last year. So what stopped it is, if you look at the bottom left graph, is something called the Bank Term Funding Program. The U.S. Fed introduced the Bank Term Funding Program. So that instead of a bank that was experiencing a run on the money, they said, you don't have to liquidate your mortgages or bonds that are underwater. Why don't you just hand them over to the central bank, and we will give you a loan against it at book value. In other words, those mortgages, instead of being reported at market value, which would show a 30% plus loss, the Treasury or the Federal Reserve is holding onto those mortgages at book value and then giving them a loan so that they can meet redemption. So they actually stopped the redemptions. But in the meantime, if you look at the bigger graph right here, you can see that the debt situation is getting worse. Okay. And the only reason we're not seeing more bank runs right now is because the Federal Reserve is basically backstopping all the banks. However, if you look at the line at the bottom of that graph, they are going to end the Bank Term Funding Program by March 11th. What do you think is going to happen when that happens?